I just turned 25. I got promoted, I moved, and I still feel like I don't have my life together. Welcome to a little yappy get ready with me. I have my bag of makeup. I don't really have a crazy makeup routine. It's really just like a 5 minutes, but it's just a way for me to talk and get ready at the same time. And I have my coffee here and we're gonna sit down, we're gonna chat, I'm gonna give you some updates, talk about life, how I've been doing. I'm trying to get back into it. I'm trying to get back into YouTube. I've been very MIA the last like month and a half and struggling. So we're gonna talk about it. And this is gonna be me trying to like dip my toes back into filming, getting into YouTube again. First coffee of the day, she is gorgeous. I just got my espresso pods in after not having them for like a month, and my cutie little makeup bag is from Amazon. I will have it linked down below. It's adorable. If you're new, hi, welcome. My name is Jill. I am 25, as I said. I make lifestyle content. I talk all about personal finance, life in my 20s, really just trying to like get through my life in my 20s, sharing my day-to-day routines, hobbies. I work full-time in hospitality as well, so I'm trying to do all this while balancing work, life, relationship, friendships, like social life, alone time. I don't know how to do it all. I'm struggling to do it all. I actually cannot do it all. So we're gonna talk about it all today and like everything going on. Grab a beverage, matcha, coffee, tea, a snack, a Diet Coke, whatever is your preference. Get comfy. We're gonna yap. This is the kind of video that's on like in the background while you're cleaning or like podcast style, or if you just like are sitting having lunch. Like I'm just picturing myself on your TVs, which is kind of like insane to even think that that happens, but it does. And we're gonna yap, okay? So get comfy. I'm gonna go in timeline order. What got me to this point, what got me to this video? We're gonna start with my promotion. November, December, I got a promotion. I got it in like December, but the whole process started in November, from like an hourly employee to a salary big girl job. So that's kind of like where this all starts. I'm using the e.l.f. Sun Touchable. I need to add this to my list. I'm going shopping today and I need more of this. I have repurchased this for years now. I don't really feel like using foundation. This is my favorite thing. If I'm using foundation, my current one is the Too Faced Born This Way. I got it at TJ Maxx like on sale and I love it. It's the medium to full coverage in the shade Snow. I do love this, but I don't feel like putting this on today. So the Sun Touchable gives me like that glowy, shimmery look. I always get compliments on it. So glowy, or your skin looks so good. It's usually this. I don't know what it is, but this. It is a sunscreen SPF 30 and like makeup primer tinted. So good. Like I said, I was up for this promotion. I got it. It was a very interesting process. If you were there for the vlogs, like go back to November, December time where I'm talking about like new job and such. I did 2 videos on it because I got one job and then I ended up like switching 2 weeks later for a different job. Like it was just insane timing. I did not realize how this promotion was going to like flip my whole routine on its head, and I'll get into like the routine stuff after because that's very specific. But the promotion itself, it's very interesting because honestly my goal is never to grow in hospitality. Not really. I feel like it's something that I am capable of, good at it. It's not something that I've ever been like, this is what I want in my life, and I don't know if that sounds good or bad. I'm just sharing like my experience. It's not something I ever really wanted, but it's something I knew I was always capable of and would probably do because that's just like the trajectory my career path has been on for so long. I've worked in hospitality since I was 16, in like luxury hospitality. I've worked in like high-end resorts, golf clubs, yacht clubs. I've always been in hospitality, and when this opportunity came along and it was presented to me, it just made sense. Just with where I was currently at in life, we needed more money for the house savings. I wanted to learn and grow more because regardless of like where I'm at in life, I just love to learn and grow. So even if I'm not doing like my dream role, I'm learning and growing, and I'm always finding something to take from the situations I'm in, and I love that. So that is like one. Oh, I should also say I use a lot of e.l.f. products. This is the e.l.f. Creamy Concealer. I feel like it's a dupe for the Mars Creamy Concealer, at least from my experience with it. If you're new here, we're on like a house savings journey, which we'll get into, but I really have not been purchasing expensive makeup in like years because credit card debt payoff to house savings journey, so I've not spent my hard-earned money on makeup, but I've been using that, and this is a Real Techniques beauty blender. Anyway, going back to the conversation at hand, I love to learn and grow, so regardless of like what I'm doing, I'm just happy to be learning and growing. I love my job. I've been absolutely adoring it. I love not being I've been the one doing like in the day-to-day process of the job for so long, like the hourly employee. I have been that for many years now, and to be on like the other side of it, like the managerial side where I'm like learning more about the administrative work behind the scenes and doing like the planning in advance and seeing the overall bigger picture, kind of like knowing what needs to happen and when it needs to happen. I've been loving it. I love it so much. I have such a phenomenal team that I love working with, and like if I have to work, even though it's not like my dream is not to work full-time like the way I'm doing. If I have to do it though, I am so fortunate with the people I work with and the team I work with. They're all incredible. I work for such great people, so I feel very lucky and grateful for that. It really has done us well. The money I've been receiving has been a lot better than what I've made in the last few years, so that's really been helpful towards our house savings, which we'll get into later. Overall, I'm just very proud of myself. I feel like I'm gonna be so happy in the long run to have this experience because it's something that I knew I was always capable of, and I actually like the job. Here's the thing, there's pros and cons to everything, and I've had so many jobs in life, and I've lived in so many places, and I've had a lot of experiences in life, and there's pros and cons to every single thing. I think you just have to pick which cons you choose to kind of like have in your life versus ones you don't. I am so grateful for the current cons of this job. That sounds insane. In my previous position, I absolutely hated the work. It sucked the life out of me, but I had such a wonderful routine outside of work, and I like kind of found myself over the last year outside of work. And then this position, I've only been in it about 2 months now. I'm really just getting started, and I plan to be here for a little while, at least while we're in Florida, and get the experience and like continue to grow my YouTube while growing our house savings, while learning more in this role. I mean, and who knows where life might take me. It might take me to another position after that I didn't plan for. Who knows? I have no idea what the future holds. I've just been like patting my face with this beauty blender. Okay, we're gonna keep going. I'm flying through this makeup. I need to slow down. Okay, I'm gonna slow down for a second and kind of like keep talking. I feel like it's been so exciting to have this new role because I'm like I said, I'm learning so much. I'm growing as a person, but at the same time, it's been like so nervous because I have all this like new responsibility. I have a team to be responsible for. I am the one that people come to now for like questions and to solve problems, and that's hard, and like people management is not always easy, and it's something that I'm learning and growing in as well as an individual. It's taken a hit to my time, my confidence, and my energy levels. I will say I work way more than I ever have in my life, really, like consistently. I am required 10-hour days, so I work minimum 50 hours a week, but typically I stay a little extra because Tyron and I share a car, so it's like I go in before him and then I usually wait for him to be finished. So after 12 o'clock, my day is done, as in my day is committed to work. So I'm trying to figure out my life like outside of work, and I'm having the hardest time, which we'll get into when we talk more about like routines and such. It has taken a hit to my energy levels as well. I am a sleepy girl, and it's affecting everything else in my life. It's affecting my cleaning and my apartment tidying. It's affecting my cooking. It's affecting my YouTube channel, and I like haven't been posting as much. It's affecting everything in my life right now, and I didn't realize how much it would affect it. I knew it was going to affect it, but I didn't know how much it was going to. And this isn't me complaining, it's just me adjusting, right? It's me trying to figure out like what I need to be doing as an individual to get those things back. It's also taken a hit to my confidence because I've always been one of the best in whatever I do at work because I care, because I am so afraid of like fucking things up that I have to do everything correct. I absolutely hate messing up, and now I'm in this new role and my confidence is absolutely taking a hit. I feel imposter syndrome every single day I step into my heels literally and have to like show up and be the face of something. I am like, I don't know what I'm doing. I have no idea what I'm doing. Why was I selected for this? However, I know why. I know I have the qualities to do this, but going from being the one to always do well, being the one to perform well, to have the highest ratings, to then going to being the in-between person where you have people coming to you with their issues and also people above you coming to you for issues that need to be fixed. I'm not used to it, and I don't know what it's like, and like dealing with feedback like this is so different than anything I've ever done. And I'm just sharing, like, my confidence has taken a big hit because I'm not used to this. Like, I'm like, I don't know if I'm doing right, I don't know if I'm doing wrong. Every day I show up and I'm just hoping for the best, and I'm just doing my best every single day, and that is all I can do. We're definitely in an adjustment period right now. I'm hoping through February I can kind of like get my shit together because I'll be hitting like my 90 days in March, and like that's like 3 months of like, in this month 1 was just surviving. Like I was just surviving. Month 2, so like January, I was like getting into the groove with work. Month 3, I'm hoping I can get into the groove with work and life, okay? And I know things take time to adjust, but this is the biggest adjustment period I have ever had. This is the thing that's affecting everything else that I'm gonna get into, okay, that we're gonna talk about. That's why I'm spending so much time talking about this. I am so proud of myself because I'm growing and my work is like giving credit to. However, I'm also so struggling internally because I'm like, I feel like I don't know what I'm doing, and I'm just like getting through the day. So that is where I'm currently at with like my promotion and how I've been doing in that regard. I am like the proudest I've been of myself, and also I've never been in this place mentally. What I do know is going wrong is in my personal life, where I'm like not figuring out my routines, and thank goodness for Tyron. I will say thank goodness. If you don't know, Tyron is my husband. Thank goodness for Tyron. If I did not have him and I was doing this by myself, he cooks, he cleans, he is emotionally supportive, and I could not be more grateful for that, to have someone like in my corner that's just like always there. He's always a listening ear. He always gives the best advice, and I just like, if I didn't have him, I'm like, I tell my mom every day, I'm like, thank goodness for him, because he makes sure I'm fed. Like that's the biggest thing. If I don't eat or sleep, I'm a monster and I am miserable. And he makes sure I eat, sleeping a lot, so I've been slacking a lot in the other areas of my life, like my workouts and my YouTube and all the things. But thank goodness for him, truly. So, okay, shall we move into the next topic of conversation? Turning 25. So in this whole transition of like work and like finding myself as an adult, I just turned 25. The frontal lobe is supposed to be developing, okay? And I think it is, actually. I think she's developing. Look at, oh, now we're golden and glowing. This is 25, okay? Also currently using the NARS powder as my everyday powder. I love it. Oh no, I have hit pan already. I got this at Target for like 15, 16 bucks. I will go, not Target, TJ Maxx. I will absolutely go back to repurchase. I love. I think this keeps my makeup on all day because I don't use like a primer or anything. I'm not the greatest at makeup, okay? I adore this. It makes my skin look so smooth and like, oh, I love it. I love it. So if you're curious, it's the, I don't even know what it is. It's in the shade Cove. It's the Soft Matte Powder. Advanced Perfecting Powder. Yeah, I love this stuff. I would absolutely repurchase. I love NARS, okay? I mentioned the dupes for them with the e.l.f. I adore NARS. I've always been a NARS girly since I was like younger, and like, you know, with all the beauty gurus and makeup was like the thing. I have always loved NARS. Like when I start buying full price makeup again, NARS powder and creamy concealer will be my like first two things that I purchase. It's so random and specific, but it's the truth. So, turning 25, I am a 25-year-old woman, and I'm trying to figure that out as well, because I'm like looking at myself and I'm like, I know I'm like mid-20s now, okay? I still feel like I'm 20 sometimes and like a child, but then the other part of me feels like so old and responsible, but also I don't know, like I'm feeling good. Like people told me on my birthday too, they were like 25 was my best year. Hope it's not my best year, because I would love to every year just get better and better, but I hope it's a great year. I'm in month 2 of 25. I feel like I have a better grip on things like I feel like your early 20s are, if I can give hope to anyone in their early 20s and you're struggling, it is the worst time, at least for me. I feel like some people absolutely had the best time. I did not go to college. I dropped out. Tyron and I were moving around all the time, and I just trying to figure out like what you want to do for work, because there's so much emphasis on career in your early 20s after college, or if you're not in school. And it's also the years that everybody's going in different directions, so I feel like everybody's kind of like figuring out where they are, so you can't really like compare your life to others because everybody's on like a different path, but you're still doing that. Like a girl that I went to high school with literally just like was at the Super Bowl for the Patriots as a cheerleader. Her life is so different from mine, which insane, by the way. She's so cool. I just saw it on Instagram and I was like, that is insane, you know? It's so cool. So we're all in so many different places in life, and I feel like now that I'm 25, I'm way better at dealing with that. The comparison game before was insane. I was always comparing myself to everybody around me all the time. I could not compare myself. Like it was impossible for me not to. It was my default mode. It was like, okay, if I was doing this, well, someone's doing this better than me, and it was always comparing myself. Now that I'm 25, I feel like I've been doing that less lately. I've kind of just been like accepting of things, and I'm just like, this is where I'm at, this is where other people are at. I definitely do feel like there's pressure in certain areas like I spoke about, like with your early 20s, but it's a different kind of pressure. Like it's different. Like before it was I needed to figure this out, other people were doing this. Now I feel like I need to figure this out because of my age. Before it was was like, I need to figure this out because I just have to figure it out. Now I'm like, okay, I'm 25. I need to figure out my career. Why is my YouTube not where I want it to be? Or my whatever other life goals that I have, our house savings, all these things. I'm using these as examples because it's what I'm currently focusing on. Why do I not have more money? Also, why is my routine a mess? But at the same time, I've been accepting of it and I'm trying to just like ease into those things. I don't know. I still feel young and I still feel like I'm having more fun. I feel like I'm getting hotter as the years goes on. Like I'm getting more attractive every year and I love that about myself. Like I'm growing into my features and I know that exists, but it's like something that comes with age. I also feel so close to 30 and that's like boggles my mind. I know 30 is like not a life sentence, you know, but it feels so big. I don't know what it is. I think because there's just so much pressure in your 20s, and now that I'm 25, I'm like, I feel like I'm right in the middle of it and I'm like, I'm not close to my early 20s anymore, but I'm not completely close to 30 yet. I'm like right in the middle and I don't know like which side to fall on, like what behaviors, almost like how do I act, you know? It's like trying to figure out how to just like present myself as an adult woman, if that makes sense. So I've had like a smidgen of quarter life crisis thoughts. Like I was taking a bath last night and I was thinking about like my current promotion and like turning 25 and I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? Like what is my life? Like I feel like I don't know what I'm doing at all, but I'm doing it well and I'm like finding my way. If you have been 25, I would love to hear your experience. Also, if you're not 25 yet, what do you expect 25 to be like? I would love to hear that as well because it's definitely different than what I expected. I thought all those years ago I would have it way more figured out. Like 25, I would have everything I wanted. I absolutely do not have everything. I do have some things, but I do not have everything. And I feel like, I don't know, when I was like 16, 25 felt like grown ass woman, but like I'm also learning I'm not even like the age of the first season of Sex and the City yet. So, you know what I mean? Like we're trying to figure it out. We're trying to figure it out. I'm in like the first season of Friends, basically. That's 25. It's like, it's good, but it's like also like, I don't know what we're doing completely. Okay, let's keep going on the makeup. I'm like, did that even make sense? It's just like, that's where I'm currently at. I am using the e.l.f. blush. I do actually really like this blush. I was shocked. I was using a Milani blush for so long, like for years. I do love this e.l.f. blush. I got it because it was cheap, truthfully. And I was stressing about money when I was going to buy makeup, so I got like the cheapest blush I could find. Always rosy. I actually very much like it. I do a lot of matte makeup. I don't know how to do glowy makeup really. I'm learning makeup again. I feel like I was really good at it when I was a teenager, or you know, the teenage version of really good at it, and then I stopped doing makeup for years basically, and now I'm trying to get back into it and I'm like, what am I doing? So a lot of you have been along for this moving journey. Why we moved because we were in a very small apartment in South Florida, same building but very small. It worked for what we needed it for in the moment. Like we really needed an apartment that was, you know, a bit more inexpensive, close to work. It was just like a nice landing place after we were working seasonally. And it definitely was. Our apartment was very small. We did not have a door to the bedroom. We did not have a balcony. And those are some of the reasons why we moved. We needed more space, you know. There's two people living in an apartment. Tyron and I are two grown people, and we just needed a bit more space. We spend a lot of time at home. We definitely get our money's worth out of rent because we both work quite a bit and we both are at home a lot. So we needed more space, and that was really what it was. We just needed an upgrade from what we currently had. Did not realize how the moving process was going to take such like a hit to my energy levels as well. My energy levels as in like how tired I am. Screwed myself, and I did not take PTO days for the move. I did my days off like back to back, so it was my birthday and then I worked and then it was right into moving. So then after that I had like, just the way the weeks went, I was like fully working like 10 days straight. I did not realize how much that was going to affect me, because it's like only now, like almost 3 weeks later, do I feel like I'm like getting some kind of like mental routine in order with the move. That makes no sense. I don't know how to describe it, where it's like I finally feel like I'm getting my footing. This apartment does not feel like home at all, if I'm being totally honest. This apartment feels so strange, and I think it's because I haven't spent enough time in here yet. I wake up, get ready for work, go to work, come home, sleep. Bathroom feels most like home because I spend so much time in there getting ready, taking baths and showers, and getting unready to go to bed. Like that is where I spend most of my time in this apartment so far. This does not feel like home yet, so I'm trying to make this place feel more homey, truthfully. And I've been struggling a little bit to do that, but we're gonna get there. I know it. It's just like, I'm not used to it. I think it's gonna be really good for my mental health to have more space and also my productivity, because I kind of like already, I would not be filming this video today because if Tyron and I were both off, we would be in the shared space and we wouldn't really have a space to both do what we wanted to do. So I would have just been like, you know what, I'm not filming today, I'll do it another day. Already, it's been good for my like productivity because I've been able to like have a separate space. Like I've been able to shut the door in the bedroom and he's been able to have his morning and I can like have this time with YouTube and you guys. And it sounds so silly, but these little things affect the day-to-day so much. And I know this apartment's gonna be so good for my mental health. I have like separate spaces now. I have a door to the bedroom. I have a bathtub I can use again for my bath. It sounds so silly, but these little things really make a difference. The balcony to like have fresh air. We have felt so much more like we are in the world again. We can hear cars, we can hear horns honking, we can hear dogs barking. We were in a bubble before and it was nice and quiet and like peaceful, but that quiet does become a box. After a while, I've said that before, but it does become like this box. I feel very grateful to be here. I am proud of us for having enough money to afford this apartment. We live in a more expensive zip code. I spoke about it in my payday routine, but I feel grateful that we are able to be in this space now. We're still very close to work. We're in the same building, just different apartments here. So that's how the moving's been. I'm trying to find my routine here. I am trying my best to make this house a home. We're definitely going to be looking into like furniture and like new things like that, so definitely stay tuned for the vlogs. I'll probably talk about that in upcoming videos, but I haven't yet. I'm just trying to find my footing in general in life right now, so that's why I've been a bit MIA with YouTube, because of all these things that I'm talking about in this video. I feel like I should move into like the routine conversation now, because that's what we've been talking about. Guys, e.l.f. Flash Roll, this is what I've been using for a while again, because I've been on this drugstore, very inexpensive makeup, and I do love it. e.l.f., love ya. Don't forget it. My routine used to be so good. I worked at 2 and I worked till 10:30 every day. I would wake up, I'd make a coffee, I'd go do a workout, I'd work on YouTube, I'd go to work, come home, shower, read, skincare, the whole thing. That used to be my routine, and I'm trying to get back to that routine because that is when I felt my best, like in my body and as like an individual. Right now, my routine is no routine. My routine is get up and get ready for work and go. It's shocking how much, like, it really does make such a big difference in your day-to-day. Finding a routine for me is so important, and I'm gonna definitely work on that in the next few weeks, so you'll see that in the next few videos most likely, because I'm just really trying to find my routine again and trying to just like not feel so all over the place, because I've definitely been feeling so all over the place. It's been so hard to rebuild one, truly, because of my work schedule. I don't know how else to say that kindly. It's not bad, because it's just like the phase of life I'm in. It's just hard and I'm trying to figure it out, but it really has taken a hit to my mental health because I feel so all over the place. So in the coming weeks, I will definitely be working on the routine and trying to find some like balance. I have been so unbalanced. I've been feeling so all over the place. I have no form of routine at all in my days. It definitely has made a difference in like my eating habits, and like I said, thankfully Tyron has been here to support that. But for a minute there, I was like not making myself food or not eating enough. It's definitely affected my sleep schedule a lot. I've been sleeping a lot more, and I really live in an energy based space rather than self-discipline. I really go based off how I feel in my day-to-day rather than self-discipline, and I'm trying to work on that, and that is what ties in with the whole routine of like finding is being self-disciplined and not relying on motivation or how I feel to get me to those routines, because that is where I'm gonna feel my best, and I know that. It's just so hard to get there. I do know though that this is like part of life, and when you go through big changes, your routine is thrown off, your balance is thrown off. Like I do know that, and I have gone through some like big life changes, and I know that, so I think I just need to kind of like acknowledge it, get through that point, which I think I'm doing now. I think I definitely am less in a reactive place of my life and situation. I'm more like, okay, I'm recognizing that this is the current pattern. What can I do to kind of like move into something new? What can I do to try to find this routine? So we're gonna work on that. As I said like 5 times now, you will see that in the next upcoming videos. Sorry if I've been looking over this whole time. My mirror's right here. The last thing I kind of wanted to touch on is just our like financial like reality, what's been going on in our day-to-day with our finances, because I feel like you guys have been really tuning in for the paydays and really enjoy hearing like the financial update. With my promotion, I obviously am making more money. Well, maybe that's not obvious. I'm making more money by a good amount per month, and that's been so great. we are doing everything we can to work towards this house savings and emergency fund savings so then we can do more, because I feel like over the last few years we really haven't done much traveling. We haven't done a ton of like new activities and trying new things because a lot of it costs money. Not all of it, and I'm not gonna act like we've always put our money towards like the best things. Like, we do love to eat out, and we do that a lot, and that does take up a lot of money, socializing and spending money in that regard. But I feel like I haven't been putting my money towards other things like shopping and traveling and like experiences. So hopefully after we buy this house and build this emergency fund, we will be able to move into a more financially flexible state. We can really work on that. We are putting all of our energy and time and focus into this house savings, so don't see me do much in the day-to-day. That's why. It's because we're really trying to focus on this goal and like lay low. It definitely has been frustrating, but it's also reality, so I can't really like be too upset about it. It just kind of like is what it is, and I'm just trying to like get through it, you know, and like work on this goal. We will get where we need to go with the finances, but I just wanted to give a bit of an update because it does affect like my day-to-day life as well. It's not just like it's not just financial goals in payday routines or any money related videos. It also does affect our day-to-day because of like what we're doing, activities we're doing, what we're focusing on, like our routines and daily habits. It really does, like all that ties together. Like money affects everything. Like we're paying more for this apartment now. I'm making more money, so that's also going towards the apartment, but also our house savings and our emergency fund savings and working towards all that as well. I think I just need to like be patient. I also need to lean into like the progress over perfection in this regard, because I'm very much like, I want something and I want it now, and I know that's not reality. I've experienced it not being reality, but it's still something difficult to remember. So that's kind of where we're at financially. Like mentally with my finances, I'm a bit like, we're good, but I wish we were better. But we're not like bad financially right now. Not that anything's ever like, you know what I mean? Like we're not like down financially, but we're not like up either at all by any means. So it's like trying to figure out this in between. I feel like that's the story of my life right now, is I'm in this in between. I'm in this in between with being 25, with trying to find my routine, with getting this new promotion at work. With our finances, we're not really like down financially, but we're not up either. We're not in like this place of like, we feel so financially free. Things are exactly where they need to be. So we shall end this video with my CoverGirl Yummy Gloss. I do love this stuff. I feel like this season of life is teaching me patience. It is teaching me, I feel like that's it. It's just patience and learning about myself and learning how to change as the seasons of life change and being okay with that. I'm learning how to do all of it. So that's what this current season of life is teaching me. I would love to hear, where are you at? Are you in your 20s? Are you in your 30s? How old are you? What season of life are you in? What are you currently learning? I would love to hear from you guys. And I'm just trying to give myself grace and just like get through this time in life and like just try to soak it up, because everything is an experience, you know, good, bad, it's all an experience. I'm learning from all of it. I'm just trying to not be so hard on myself and just like go through it and not feel like I have to go through it a certain way. So I'm trying to give myself more grace. So with that, I think I'm gonna end this video here. That is the finished makeup, an everyday makeup routine. I feel like you cannot completely see it in this lighting. So with that, I am going to end this video here. Cannot wait to chat in the comments. Would love to hear how you all are doing, and definitely stay tuned for the vlogs and all of the upcoming videos. Hope you all have a great rest of your day whenever you're watching this, and I will see you all in the next vlog. Bye.